Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Manny coming to you live from Zen Studios. This is a Thursday live that you can join any Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. All you got to do is go to our website, zenpoolstudios.com, and uh, scroll down to the bottom, get to the Facebook link, click on the Facebook link, and there you will find a link to the Zoom, which will bring you here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. If you feel the need to network with what we're trying to do, please just feel free to show up. We'll talk about everything that's been happening for the past week in these Zen Kaizens. So we'll keep this as a useful tool, an open forum to use where we are continually increasing our statistical progress and efficiency, utilizing the newest and most awesomest and coolest technologies out and available. So welcome everybody. Thank you for watching. I wanted to first start off by saying I finally got a Calendly set up. So anybody that wants to um, make a phone call, schedule a 1 hour phone call with me where we can talk about how we can create content for you, how you can become a content creator with us. Indy, Gaetan, I know he wants to reach out to me this following week. And this is a great way to do it because it'll be in my calendar, it'll be in your calendar. Save it. I encourage everybody to have a Google Calendar, especially if you're going to be working with us. We're going to need you to have a calendar because the calendar is how we're going to have everything networked and set up. So for sure, if you're not utilizing Calendly, be sure to create your own Calendly so that you're accessible to anybody that needs to reach you as far as sponsors or followers, anybody that needs to network with you for whatever reason. Calendly is a super huge resource, and the Google calendars are super huge resources. So please utilize said resources. Every Friday morning, David Meltzer has a live. So also tomorrow, be sure to check out David's live. Sports marketer, business guru, and inspirational life coach, David Meltzer. Check him out on Instagram. Email him any question you want, david@dmeltzer.com. He's awesome. So shout out to David. Also shout out to Jason Hunt, who I was thinking of this past week when I announced that Zenpool Studios is going to be hosting action added free rolls. So there are going to be free rolls. There's already added money happening. We're just going to encourage the players to spend money at the venues so that they can put the money up. Lane at Betsy's has already promised 100 added for 8 and 200 added for 16. And this is the format that we're asking all of our venues to follow because it's the perfect format. As long as everybody's showing up and spending $10 at the bar can gladly add money and everybody can have an awesome event. The venue can gain by having attraction for the tournament and as a host and supporting the billiard network. And the players will gain by having a good time. You get to go play pool. Where else can you go play pool and enjoy a few drinks for 20 or 30 bucks playing with the best players in the world sometimes? You know, some of these top players come from all over once we have rolling pots. Remember Ramos had a Billy Thorpe break and run a 10 ball rolling pot for like 3 or 4 grand. These are normal things supposed to be happening, but the organization is not there. So that's where we're stepping in right now as an organization and entity and a supporter for South Austin, Texas Billiards. We're here to support the community and the scene, and we're looking forward to expanding our tour stops to not only Clicks and Betsy's, but also O4 Lounge. We want to include O4 Lounge, Rusty Cannon, which is a sister bar of the O4. And we all know the O4 Lounge. I was just there last Wednesday with Kyle. So Kyle, by the way, is another person that we're currently going to be sending emails to invite to be part of our group, because Kyle, he's already been supporting and doing more than what he's should. He's volunteered a lot of his time, and a lot of people know Kyle for running the O4 Lounge and even the darts tournaments. I've heard that I've never been to the dart tournaments, but he has dart tournaments on Tuesdays at the Rusty Cannon that he hosts. And he's a gracious host. He's an awesome, fair guy, and he loves the competition. And I am happy to know him, and so glad to have him as a tournament director for the O4 Lounge, because a lot of times you go to tournaments, sometimes you're not welcome just because you win once. Like, people don't want you to play. Kyle's not that way. He invites everybody to come out and play, race to 1-1 on both sides. So it's a super fair game. That's why we enjoy going out to play. So that being said, check out Kyle on Wednesday at the O4 Lounge. I also want to talk about Jason Hunt. We were talking to Jason Hunt. I was talking to him this morning. So we're working with Jason with some of his ideas on how we should structure for the best payout. This whole free roll thing, I think, is the smartest thing. If we're making sure everybody spends $10, the bar is easily going to add 100 for 8 and 200 for 16. All right, everybody just needs to spend $10. So we're just going to give people chips, and when they turn their chips in to the bar, they'll have their name crossed off the list, and then everybody that has their name crossed off the list gets to play the tournament. So it's that simple. It's not anything too simple, too hard. And we also want to automate this. So we'll have Landon help us with this, automating the tournaments. And there'll be different formats for different venues, but we'll try to get them done as in a timely fashion as possible and the most efficient way with the most added money. So super excited. Also wanted to mention, we're in the process of talking to Baker's Street Pub and Bender's and Evo for possible locations. And if anybody knows another possible location, I know Bucks is going to be a possible location for us. But if anybody has any recommendations for where there's at least 2 bar box tables and we can help sell drinks and food, drop a comment in the comment below. Alrighty, so if the players, also we're gonna have side pots, so there'll be side pots also. So the structure for the players ranking will be you'll either be a C player, a B player, an A player, a AA player, or a AAA player. So all the A players are people that have cashed before in tournaments. The B and C players are the people that have never cashed. So if you want to play a side pot, you could actually be playing against people that are in your skill level, and the money will go to whoever goes the farthest in the tournament. All right. So we'll have a $10 side pot for the B and C players, and for the A players, we'll have a $20 side pot every week. So hopefully that will suffice anybody's need for good prize money, because you'll have the added money plus the side pots. We're going to do that every night. Plus, we're doing the 10-ball break and run that's going to roll over every time. So every night on the tour stop, you'll be able to play the tournament get yourself, you'll have a raffle ticket, um, and you can purchase more tickets, and all this money goes back into the prize, to the prize fund. Uh, there'll always be 75%. There'll always be 75% of the total pot, inside the rollover. So the break and run. So whoever gets chosen, they'll have one chance to break and then run out as many balls as they can. Each ball will be worth a tenth of 75% of the total rollover prize money, which could be up to the thousands, right? Depending on who's buying how many tickets. So that's the interesting part, right? When you get people buying $20 worth of tickets or $50 worth of tickets, because there's like 4 or 5 grand in the prize money, and you're gonna have people camping overnight to buy tickets because they want to win that prize money, which will all be putting back into the tour. So it's a fun way to crowd fund, and it's also a fun way to give back to the tour. And this tour is 100% payback to the players with added money. So we're also looking for sponsors. If you're a sponsor and you want to add money and have your name associated with one night on our tour, please reach out to me. It's 512-919-4455, or just cut to the chase and schedule with the link in the video description. We are going to have a link here to my Calendly. So just click the link and set up a date and time to talk to me so that we can talk about more how you can promote with us. We need $100 for each tour. So up to 2 sponsors. So right now we're currently looking for 16 sponsors at $100 each for these events to help us pay for the production and the hosting. And then once we have these events and these tours broadcast with the host, we'll then have our platform for the sales, to generate the sales and the donation incentives. All the while, these players will be having tournaments where there's added money and they're getting extreme value on their purchases at these venues in the tour. So super excited to announce the tour. We're calling it, right now we're just calling it the South Austin Bar Box Tour. And I've sent out invitations to the venues that I mentioned beforehand. And we're currently working with everybody. So let's see here. What else do we have to say? Talk about the side pots. The payouts will either be first, second, and third. If it's between 8 and 16 players, it'll either be first and second or first, second, and third. And then for over 16 players, between 16 and 32 players, it'll pay out first, second, third, and fourth. With the first place always having the majority of the money, second place coming in with a nice chunk too, and then usually third or fourth to have just your money back. So these tournaments will be paying mostly for first, second, and then everybody that makes first, second, third, or fourth, everybody that makes first or second has to sit out the next week, by the way. You only have to sit out 1 week. And once you make first, second, third, or fourth on any of our tour stops, you qualify for our seasonal tournaments, which we're going to have held locally. And all the money that we've raised through our sales will be used to fund the added for these seasonal tournaments. They'll be every 4 months. So there'll be a spring, a summer, and a fall. Okay. So really, it's just going to be January, February, March, April is the spring. The May, June, July, August is going to be the summer. And September, October, November, December is going to be the fall. So we'll have 3 tournaments a year, and then we'll also have one final tournament at the very end of the year. So hopefully we'll in the future, in a couple of years, we'll have this awesome, cool sponsor, and they'll be able to host. You know, we could do something at the Embassy Suites, for instance. That's what we're kind of just thinking about and looking to do. So it's gonna be BCA rules, the tour. We're asking for BCA. We might do bar box rules to accommodate, like for the 04 lounge, everybody already likes to play that way. So we're gonna want to play BCA rules just to keep it fair. But the bar box rules is also really fun, and I always enjoy playing bar box rules. And as long as you're shooting towards a pocket, you know, it's a good shot. So sometimes I know you don't have a shot, and it's weird where you don't have a shot, but you still have to shoot at something. So you just kind of have to stab at it and call something, even though there's nothing. We've all been in that situation. So two-way shots, or smart shots, what they call, are permitted and allowed, which means if you're shooting a shot that where your cue ball ends up in a safe zone after the shot, it's a legal shot. So in other words, just because you got a ball in the pocket doesn't mean you have to shoot at it. So the rules will be flexible on, but we will, if we can, try to adopt the BCA rules. Open after the break, ball in hand with any cue ball foul, and a ball must either be legally pocketed or contacted by rail after legal hit is made. So we'll have videos and stuff for tutorials. By the way, everybody that's going to be playing, this will be seeded too. So we'll have an automated way to seed these tournaments. And those seeds will come into play once we do our prize money. We're going to have the top players in Austin play for the prize money that are playing in this tour. Let's see, we talked about added money. If you're a venue, this will bring you about 20 to 40 people. Is what we're shooting for. Everybody's seated, everybody plays the same skill level. Talked about the side pots. We talked about the 10-ball break and run, rolling pot. What else? So some Jason was also mentioning some of that prize money from the rolling pot would be added to the prize money. So I'm interested to learn how we can network those ticket sales. And basically, I think that's it that I was going to mention. I'm not sure. Oh, the pitch deck redemption. Also, I'm going to be working with Langdon to put all of my notes for a pitch that we were going to work with David to pitch to one of his friends, but we're also going to want to be able to use this pitch with Steve Austin and anybody else that can host our tables in vacation rental areas. Yeah, so that's basically it right now. We're just working on the vacation sales. We're also looking for somebody in the vacation sales to network with. So if that's you, feel free to, like I said, book a time with us on the Calendly. And I do believe Langdon will be open, our co-producer, for any help that you may need for content creation. So reach out to us and we'll schedule that. Charlie's crying. You hear Charlie? Charlie's out of control. Something happened to Charlie. What happened to Charlie? Charlie. Oh. Oh. All right, so be sure if anybody wants to visit us next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. All you have to do is go to our website, zenpoolstudios.com, and scroll all the way down and hit the Facebook link, and you'll see the link to the Zoom. And you can be here with us with Charlie crying next Thursday. All right, Charlie? Okay, say goodbye, Charlie. Say goodbye to the people, Charlie. All right, Charlie's out of here. I guess Charlie's just chilling. But everybody have a blessed week, and let me know if I can help you on the comments.